The scene shifts to the outskirts of Chorwin. Inside the bus, our boy contemplates his return to the city, a place he had sworn never to revisit after Kang's discharge from the military. He had firmly believed that he would never set foot here again under such circumstances. As these thoughts occupy his mind, the bus begins to decelerate. Outside, he overhears someone asking the driver how they can be of assistance. The driver explains that they are transporting students from Waren Academy, prompting the worker to clear the path for them. Observing this, Kang ponders the need for civilian restrictions. He suspects it might be due to the area being a designated dungeon zone, where security measures are stringent. He also considers how the elders must be monitoring every move he makes. Just then, Batten steps forward and offers Kang some eggs, noting that they are a national staple. Our boy declines politely, wondering internally if people even consume these anymore. Attempting to lighten the mood, Batten comments on Kang's apparent nervousness over what he considers a mere C-rank dungeon. He encourages Kang to relax. Kang laughs off the concern, assuring Batten that he is fine. Batten then turns to Saki to offer eggs, to which Saki also responds with a no. And in the front, we find Chloe asleep, still clutching her sword. Batten comments, questioning whether Kang is planning to show off again. Our boy responds with a simple no. Meanwhile, Saki is caught staring at our boy, but as Kang's gaze meets hers, she quickly diverts her eyes. This makes Kang feel increasingly scrutinized, and he wonders why everyone seems to be watching him so intently. Upon arriving at their destination, Chloe wakes up, thrilled by the pleasant weather and the beautiful scenery. Our boy reflects silently that this very location was once a nest for an ancient demon, now transformed into a mere farming dungeon. Batten notices Kang's large bag and curiously asks why he's carrying so much luggage. Our boy teases if Batten wants to know what's inside, then proceeds to open the bag to reveal an assortment of sashimi knives. Batten, surprised, asks if Kang intends to sell the knives here. Our boy replies, preferring to err on the side of caution, "It's better to be safe than sorry." Batten chuckles, remarking that Kang sounds like an old man, but he acknowledges that Kang must have his reasons. Chloe then steps forward, stating she will take the lead as usual. Our boy expresses his reliance on her skills as their team advances. As they reach the dungeon's gate, they encounter two security guards stationed outside. Upon noticing the group, one of the guards asks if they are from Awakens Academy. Chloe confirms, and the guard instructs them to sign their names in the visitor log. While everyone completes this task, our boy notices a subtle change in the guard's expression as he writes his name. This leads Kang to suspect that the guard might be concealing something. As Kang ponders this, Batten calls out to him, urging him to hurry up so they can enter the dungeon together. Once inside, Batten cautions everyone to stay alert. However, our boy remains preoccupied with the guard's reaction. The uncertainty in the guard's eyes seemed evident when he saw our protagonist's name in the log. Despite the suspicion, Kang reassures himself that things will be fine. As they proceed, our boy observes graffiti on the walls, apparently left by tourists. He muses about when dungeons became tourist attractions and finds the behavior of nobles peculiar. At that moment, Saki takes Kang's hand, telling him she is tired. Our boy acknowledges her fatigue, and Saki suggests that something sweet might help her feel better. When Saki inquires if Kang has anything sweet, he rummages through his pockets and hands her a piece of candy. Upon seeing it, Saki admits that she isn't very fond of candy and asks if he has any chocolate instead. Frustrated by her pickiness, our boy suggests that Saki should have brought her own. Saki responds that she is saving her chocolate for later. As Saki reluctantly eats the candy, our boy thinks that she needs to focus more on the mission. At that moment, Chloe alerts the group that 3 to 4 monsters are approaching from 200 meters away. Batten quickly instructs everyone to stick to the plan, assuring them that the monsters won't pose a threat if they do so. He then directs Chloe and Saki to advance while he prepares to cast a spell to enhance their strength. As the action unfolds, Saki readies her bow, which Kang recognizes as an S-grade weapon, the Crimson Bow. He is confident that with such powerful equipment, clearing the dungeon will be straightforward. However, Saki suddenly remarks that something feels off about her weapon, pondering if it has been too long since she last used it. Our boy begins to question if he can truly rely on Saki at this critical moment. Just then, Saki realizes what she's missing. She retrieves her chocolate and eats it, declaring that now everything is perfect. Seeing this, Kong begins to question whether he can truly trust Saki. Meanwhile, as the monsters emerge, both Chloe and Saki charge forward. Batten casts a spell to increase their strength. Chloe leaps into the air, wielding her weapon to strike a monster, taking it down with a single blow. As she lands, with 3 more monsters remaining, she declares her intent to hold them off at the front. As Chloe advances, Batten yells for her to fall back according to their plan. At that moment, Saki draws her bow and launches 3 arrows, each striking true, and she successfully downs the remaining 3 monsters with impressive ease. Saki smirks, remarking on the ease of their victory, and then indulges in her chocolate. Observing this, Kong contemplates the potential repercussions if his teammates were to break the horns. Despite this concern, he acknowledges that having a skilled DPS like Saki, who proves her prowess repeatedly, is invaluable. Kong then considers whether he should start gathering his enhancement materials to further their advantage. Batten interrupts his thoughts, suggesting they delve deeper into the dungeon. Just then, a bull monster unexpectedly charges from behind, aiming a strike at Saki. Upon seeing the monster, Saki recognizes it as the one Chloe had previously engaged. Frustrated that Chloe didn't finish it off, Saki becomes distracted, and her foot slips unexpectedly, leaving her momentarily disoriented and unsure of how to react. Just as the bull monster is about to strike, our boy heroically intervenes, swiftly taking it down with a single strike of his sashimi knife. Saki is astonished by his quick action. Concerned, our boy asks Saki if she is all right, which causes her to blush. The scene then transitions to the outside, where a phone begins to ring. The guard answers it with a respectful, "Yes, sir," confirming Kang's suspicions that the guard is indeed collaborating with the elders.